Character education is the intentional effort to develop in young people the core ethical and performance values that are widely affirmed across all cultures. To be effective, character education must include all stakeholders in a school community and must permeate through the school climate and curriculum. Our goal here is to have our students understand the purpose and the steps to one of the models of character education, and to learn how to best implement those. Character education includes a broad range of concepts such as positive school culture, moral education, just communities, caring school communities, social emotional learning, positive youth development, civic education, and service learning. All of these approaches promote the intellectual, social, emotional, and ethical development of young people and share the commitment to help young people become responsible and caring and contributing citizens. Character education helps students develop the important human qualities such as justice, diligence, compassion, respect, and courage to understand why it's important to live by them. Quality character education creates an integrated culture of character that supports and challenges students and adults to strive for excellence. The Character Education Partnership developed the 11 principles to help develop moral and character education programs. The program should teach core values holistically with cognitive, affective, and behavioral components, and in a way that engages school personnel in intentional, proactive, and a comprehensive way. It's particularly important to create caring school communities and to provide students with opportunities to engage in moral action and serve in the community through service learning and community service. Effective character education does not neglect rigorous and challenging academic curriculum. It fosters intrinsic motivation to do the right thing by building a climate of trust and respect, encouraging the autonomy and building the shared norms through dialogue, class meeting, and decision making that's shared amongst all the stakeholders. Moreover, the core values that create the student life should engage the school staff as well. The character education to take root must be shared educational leadership that provides for long-term support and initiative, must engage the families and the stakeholders, and be committed to an ongoing assessment and evaluation. Seelman explored the 5 stages of social role-taking strategies, and in his research he developed the stages to link between Piaget and his logical reasoning stages and Kohlberg's moral reasoning stages. This model consists of 4 interacting components: the logical reasoning, moral ethical reasoning, social role-taking, and information. Seelman places an emphasis on the role of experience and learning so that the advances in social perspective taking depend heavily on the individual's experience with others, including the appropriate social stimulation and education. The progression to higher levels of social perspective taking depends heavily on the appropriate social experiences. The purpose here is to explore what is age appropriate when it comes to the role of developing the character education. We wouldn't expect a very young child or a toddler to really understand and to think through a situation altruistically. We need to think about how others perceive things and what's age appropriate. And as I just said, it's not the same for everyone. It really depends on the individual circumstances and experience. The age 3 to 6, the stage 0, children cannot distinguish clearly between their own interpretation of a situation and another's point of view. So if the baby wants food and the mom or dad is not able to get him food, the little baby is not able to say, oh, they can't get me food, I'll have to wait. They doesn't understand like that. Stage 1, ages 5 through 9, that although children realize others may have different points of view than their own, they're unable to understand these views. So in this one, the child knows they want food. They hear the parent saying, I can't get them the food right now, but they're unable to understand why the parent can't get them the food. Stage 2, which is ages 7 to 12, the children or these pre-adolescents can reflect on their thoughts and feelings from another person's viewpoint, but they cannot hold both perspectives simultaneously. Ages 10 to 15, stage 3, adolescents can step outside their own viewpoints and those of others and assume the perspective of a neutral third person. Finally, stage 4, the adolescence through adulthood. The individuals can now understand their thoughts and behaviors from a more abstract level that is capable of generalized social perspective. Probably the ones you'll see most often in schools are the 6 characters, or the pillars of character. And I've worked in several different schools that use these. I remember one school actually painted the actual pillars going down the hallway with these. Trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. This is a more concise version of the 11 we saw earlier, and it's just a very, very popular one. As I said before, I want you to be able to identify the different, whether you learn the 11 steps or these 6 pillars of character, and learn how to apply them. I think the important thing of how to apply them is understanding the age and the person's situation. Somebody that's exposed to a lot of different people and has had the opportunity to work with those outside their own home and own culture would better be able to implement these, where somebody who is more limited in life's experience is not going to be able to as well.